Also reflecting on your wins, mid-year reset. Taking another physical one. Good morning everyone to my channel. My name is Samantha and today I'm going to be taking you through my mid-year reset. So let's get into it.
Swipe left, swipe right, just another night. Profiles in my sight, but it don't feel right. It just doesn't feel right, baby. It just doesn't feel right. Faces in a line, wasting all.
I'm gonna code. I recently finished the Python coding course yesterday, so I started learning Swift. Swift is like for app development, which is perfect for the startup. I don't know if I'm gonna be coding the app, but I need to know how to use Swift to understand code and all. But yeah, so let's do some coding, some cozy coding with Samantha.
All my time, want to find the light, but it feels so tight. So tight. There's so many fake hearts about to break, searching for the real. Oh, what's the deal? Lips and a smile bright, can't trust that sight.
Here's the breakfast that I made. It has tofu and then fats, carbs, all of the above, and this is so filling, and I've been starting to eat more like savory for breakfast just because it keeps me full for longer.
Hard to swipe tonight. Lost.
Okay, we are going to Barnes & Noble, and I just ate some oatmeal for lunch. Yes, for lunch. I want to get some work done and I want to get out of the house because on rest days, especially since I'm not from the gym, I want to go outside the house at least once because it's just like good for my mental health not to stay in the house all the time.
In this fight, wanna find my groove, get into the mood, but it's just a blur. It's also
Long time no see. It is Wednesday right now, and I was listening to Tam Kaur's podcast, and I thought it would be fun to also do her mid-year reset steps that she recommends. So I took the transcript of that video and asked AI to analyze it and give me exact like action items to complete. So we're gonna do that right now. The first step is create or update your vision board. Here's my vision board right now. Okay, firstly, this is not happening, but I wish it did. And then, okay, so I ran my 10K, so I can remove that. For handstands, that is something that I haven't been doing as much, and it's honestly not something I really want to do right now, so I'm just gonna remove it. And then I read this book, so I'm gonna remove it. And then for finances, I have been investing, so that's great. It's so amazing to see how much stuff I've achieved. I made a good amount of money, and then I totally recreated this. Obviously not with like the cute aesthetic pajamas, but me and my friends did have a baking night, so that's awesome. And then remove that. I got good grades, but I also want to get good grades last semester, so let's keep that. This is gonna be removed, and I wanted something other career related. This is gonna be removed. Not gonna mention what it is, but nope. And then I'm gonna remove this too. I'm gonna add a different picture. Yes, I love it. And then this is Paris. This is gonna happen soon. I'm so excited to share that I will be studying abroad in Paris. And this is a picture of Florida. Honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing that. So wow, okay, so here's what we have right now, and I'm just gonna add different things to make it more accurate of what I want. But also I'm gonna first brainstorm all my goals down. Okay, it is the next day, and I did my whole mid-year reset journaling, and I will put down like all the prompts I use, but like I mentioned earlier, I just use ChatGPT to analyze the transcript and give me some action items that I can implement. So now that we've done that, we still need to fix our vision board, and honestly, I think that I might just use like a previous vision board because I have 3 up there, or if I could find another board, I could just take that, remove these pictures, and add new pictures, and I can ask my mom to like print them. That way I want something like physical, and I'm gonna make a digital one too, but I'm thinking of just like making another physical one because I might not have time next year to, or after I come back from London, Paris, to be able to make a new physical one. So let's do that right now. Also, there's probably something in my teeth as per usual. And then also something Tom Kaur mentioned that to use is structured, and oh my gosh, it is so much better than Google Calendar, because like the way that it makes you feel like you have like a limited time to do something, like the user design is so optimal that makes you feel really productive, and like you're just like, it's like a to-do list and calendar together. I know Google Calendar does have this option, but it's just so aesthetic and pleasing. But I set up it yesterday and I love it. Like yesterday I was gonna give up and not do anything, but right after I set this up I was like, I did so many tasks. So here are like all of the tasks that I've already done today, which is awesome. So I'm gonna continue to use this, but right now I'm loving it and highly recommend. So let's go make this vision board, and yeah. And also I've written down all the goals that I have for finance. I want a certain amount in my bank account, and then I want to have invested at least this amount. And then for relationships, I want to deepen the relationship I have with myself, and I want to move away from my insecurities, because there's one insecurity that's really bothered me, and it's about feeling a little bit jealous sometimes of the ease that other people have with their lives. And I want to keep on telling myself this is the life I choose to live, because it is rewarding and satisfying to me. So yeah, and I just want to do more things that resonate with me. Like sometimes wearing a crop top can be challenging for me, because then I feel like, oh, like I feel like I might get judged for it, and because of the community that I'm in, I'm Indian, so my parents did raise me to be a little bit more conservative with the clothing that I wear. So then now, like, even though I want to wear a crop top, I feel a little bit insecure about wearing it. And then also there's like the body dysmorphia that I used to have. So my next thing is career. So becoming an entrepreneur, that was weird. I'm an entrepreneur. Well, I am an entrepreneur now that I'm working on my first startup, and then just like continue that and really lean into the uncertainty of having a startup, because having a startup is pretty risky. And right now I haven't made any huge risks, but it does feel a little bit uncomfortable to be like, what is my next day gonna be looking like? It's very like go, and it's also very uncertain. It's not like a clear list of steps or actions I need to take. Just have to take it day by day. And then in terms of hobbies, I want to get more into coding and then also UX design, because that would align amazingly with the app and the goals that I have. And then my next thing is lifestyle. I want to include mindfulness when I can, like just taking a couple deep breaths and live like my best self. So that would mean stop scrolling. I notice myself when I go onto YouTube, I think of YouTube as a safe app, but ever since I started including shorts, I feel like I've been looking at shorts too much, even though I won't scroll on TikTok or Instagram. So that's something that I want to stop doing, and something that I want to replace that habit with is reading and also just talking to my family, because those are two things that would be of benefit to me. And then self-development, I really want to be the person that achieve my goals, like specifically my fitness goals and my career goals, and all the goals that I mentioned, honestly, because like I was looking back at my fitness goals from the last 6 months, like half marathon handstand, and both of those I decided to push off, and it just like sucks that like I had to like stop doing both of them. And I know I could still do handstands, but honestly I don't really want to. I just want to focus on using fitness as fuel for my life instead of being like the main thing. And sometimes having fitness as more of a side factor is better, because then it allows you to focus on other things in your life. Fitness isn't your entire life, it's just a part of it. And yeah, and you could still include goals. So right now my goal is to go to the gym 4 days a week and then hit 10,000 steps daily. So that ensures that I'm getting enough movement in. Yeah, so those are all my goals. And then let me see, I think that there are also some goals that, yes, and I also want to build a team for Flow Fuel. Yeah, other than that, I feel like also reflecting on your wins is amazing. So for my wins, I created a portfolio of wins, so you can really see that you've done a lot. I achieved a lot. Like I went to the beach a ton. I did the solo dating that I said that I was gonna do. I got scholarships, I got awards, so that showed that how hardworking I was in the classroom. I started my own startup, which was pretty daunting. I took my first entrepreneurship business class, and then I learned Python in like 3 weeks. I did Code Academy. Highly recommend, like I mentioned earlier, like that time that I showed you guys that I was starting my coding journey. That's when I started, and I finished that whole course in 3 weeks, and now I'm learning Swift. So yeah, and then for each win I journaled about why I was grateful and how it really made me feel about like immersing in that gratitude. So yeah, I think that also like reframing your setbacks into personal wins, or setbacks into losses into lessons. Yeah, turning your losses into lessons is super important, because when you're set back from something, it's important why you analyze that with detachment and really understand what made you not achieve the goal. Like for the half marathon, like it was a physical block and a mental one. I could have pushed through and did physical therapy, pushed in all that effort, but then I realized, who am I doing this for? Am I just doing it to fulfill that challenge that I set for myself, or am I doing it for myself? And I wasn't doing it for myself. Again, fitness is something that is deeply personal and that you do for yourself, and it wasn't something that I was doing for myself. And also hustle, like the hustle culture. I think it's better to focus on a few things rather than doing a million things and putting 50% into each of them. This summer I really was thinking about doing an internship, but I realized I want to work on flow fuel. And that's not to say that giving 50% is a complete no. Like during school year I will probably put less work into flow fuel, and that's alright. The fact is that you really have to analyze which things are the most important to you and how many hours you're really willing to put into that, because at the end of the day, like, school comes first, but right now it's summer, so startup comes first. Alright, and lastly, it's really all about your daily routine. What are you doing every single day that pushes you closer, nudges you closer to your goals? And that's where things like structure comes in. It really helps me analyze, I need to do coding, so I'll put that at the start of my day since that is more demanding. UX design is more fun, I'm gonna do that later on in the day. Or maybe you need that energy to create your own UX design, so creative energy comes at the start of the day. Creating TikToks, that's very, very relaxing, so I'm gonna do that last, and it's also not a priority I have. But all of these things, including your goals, like your gym goals, your career goals, your relationship goals, they all have to go in your calendar. And something that I also am gonna start implementing is check-ins every Sunday to do shadow work journaling and to reflect on all those goals I just mentioned. And less is more. When you end the year, you want to be checking off the goals. You don't want to be like, I set too many goals and I wasn't able to achieve them. Set your top 3 goals and go after them. And these are your most important goals. Go after them and achieve them before the end of the year ends. Yeah, so that is all those things that I'm doing. And then right now I'm going to make my vision board, and the tools that you're using, structured, like this one, vision board, goal tracking. And for goal tracking, you can make a Notion template. I think that I might make that later, but honestly, I think I'm just gonna keep on doing the weekly check-in and seeing where I am. But yeah, it's all about SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. So for the specific part, what are you specifically trying to do? And that could be, for the gym, going 4 days a week for 1 hour and then hitting 10,000 steps a day. That is specific. What was it? For measurable, it's measurable, an hour, and then also the 10,000 steps. Attainable, can I do it? Is it realistic for my lifestyle that I live as an entrepreneur and working on all these different things? Yes, it is. And it's summer, so it's very attainable. And then for relevant, that's what it's called. For relevant, it's relevant to who I am, because fitness is part of my core identity and how I really thrive. And then timely, yes, it's in terms of a timely goal. Yes, it is attainable to achieve my fitness goals by the end of the year by following this plan. So yeah, well, that's 10 minutes of me yapping. Let's get to the vision board part. This is Nikita.
Hello.
My childhood best friend.
Yeah.
Wait, the lighting's better like this. My childhood best friend. And we're making bouquets together.
So cute.